Hey everyone, today I'm going to dabble in a little bit of dog grooming. So, of course, we do take our dogs to professionals, but on occasion I'll do it myself, and I'm going to show you what I do. and fortunately, I have very cooperative dogs who love to be groomed. So camera angles, volume, everything might be a little challenging right now, but we'll see what happens here. So first of all, I already groomed Grace, so she's very, very super cooperative. Bryce is a little skittish sometimes, but he's pretty cooperative too. So we're gonna start with Bryce. Okay, first of all, I use it's kind of a Furminator type brush. You can see from a distance. It's actually pretty effective, and I also use the Furminator spray. It's a what's nice is it keeps the first of all, it gets some moisture and keeps the fur from flying all over the neighborhood, and it helps prevent shedding. Okay, guys. All right, so I'm gonna start with Bryce first. I know I love you too. Watch him go over there, Bryce, over here. So fortunately, again, my guys are pretty cooperative, and Bryce is gonna be the first. Oh, it's gonna stop. So you can see how bad. I mean, he's pretty bad right now. But I use this first, and it looks kind of taunting, but actually, the dogs love it. So I know you're gonna go next, okay? A little bit of the spray. It adds that moisture and keeps the fur from flying all over the place. Later, we have the lavender scented. All right, so both our dogs shed a fair amount, and with Grace, I got a whole bucket full from her already. But Bryce, we'll see how he's going to turn out. And once again, they love it. Now I'm also going to do a little bit of trimming too. Not my greatest area, but it gets us by. So if there was a holiday or something, which there is a holiday coming up, we would normally get them professionally groomed. But in this case, my little bit of grooming does pretty well. So you can see I'm going to get all kinds of this. But just for the sake of keeping this video short, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, like, for instance, his tail. It's okay, Bryce. It's terrible, okay? You see this? So, and you would think that this would hurt them, but it doesn't. I mean, his eyes are closed right now. Yeah, we'll get this all. And you can see how long this is. Now, for one thing, I'm not a professional groomer, so always be careful. My dog, so it's easy. So I'm gonna take the scissors here, and I'm simply gonna trim this up, keeping it long at the bottom and shorter at the top. Kind of a scary thing when you do it for the first time, because you don't want to butcher your dog. Then I'm gonna comb this away. And once I do that, I can see the spots that I missed. And I can do that. Now I'm going to kind of jump around a little bit in this video, so I'll come back to this and do a better job, but that's essentially it. Now their haunches for the Huskies, they're always bad. And it's the first thing that looks bad on them. So what I'll do with him, now once again, I'll brunch I'm at the bottom portion here. Yeah, you're okay. So I brush it out. I know, well, you can see that. Then I take the same thing. I'll just trim this up. Now, you can get real fancy, the groomers do, and they feather it and do all that, which looks a lot nicer. But I'm just looking for something to get them looking presentable. And I can see I missed already the tail here, this portion. And once again, just for the sake of moving along in this video, call them the flanges here. I'll comb those out a little bit and trim them. In this case now, Bryce doesn't like this, but his paws, he looks like an Ewok. So I trim some of the real long hairs. And then when I turn this on, he kind of freaks a little bit. Actually, he's not being really good. And I'll trim the pads. And be careful with these trimmers. I mean, there's no, I mean, I put this right on my hand. You know, it's not gonna do anything. So if anything, the reason the dogs jump, like right now Bryce is jumping, is that vibration that's kind of worrying him a little bit. So it's okay. So of course I'll do all 4 paws. I always use the comb here too, because it helps sometimes get that aligned a little bit better. So I'm gonna go back on his tail. And actually, I don't know what you can see this in the camera, but you can see the ones I missed. Probably because I'm rushing here a little bit. So it's just a matter, as long as your dog is cooperative, it makes it pretty easy. And then I'm gonna go back to this, because this is probably the most important part. It's the kind of de-shedding, getting all this fur off them. That makes a huge difference. Unfortunately, Bryce is not shedding as much as Grace did, but I'm gonna pull a lot of fur off this guy. Especially this part here. There's, I don't know why there's so much fur in there. Yeah, you like that, Bryce? Yeah. Uh-oh, Grace, get out. Yeah, so it's just gonna keep on coming. And I'll probably spend the next 5 minutes or so just pulling all this, especially when I get up in here, in what is his main area. Main is in a lion. And once again, you can't see his eyes right now, but his eyes are literally closed, saying, oh, I like that, I like that. And then these, I call the flanges too. In this case, I'll do the one on the bottom first, because I can run my scissors right up along the side here. Oh, you probably can't see it. I'm looking in the camera too to see if you can see this. But you know, I'll trim this up and keep getting all that fur off. And once again, if I wasn't using this type of spray, well, we are sharing a lot of fur with the neighbors anyway. So we got a little bit of a breeze going here. But I'll just go on and on and on, getting all this fur off. But it makes a huge difference. He's gonna look great. Grace already looks great, although now she's digging a hole. Yeah. So for the sake of keeping the video short, I'm gonna cut it here, and then it's probably gonna take me at least another half hour, 45 minutes to finish this guy up, and they all look great. So those are just some little tips. Of course, depending on what you know, professionals are always the best way to go. But in this case, once again, it's the touch-ups to keep these guys looking good all the time. Otherwise, they'd be a mess in the house with all this fur. So, good boy, Bryce. And I might have to wake him up. All right, I'm gonna end this video. See ya.